So there are some changes in our garden because summer's almost over and we're preparing for fall. So what are we planting here?
What I wanted to do is I wanted to grow a couple things in containers because I wanted to show people that you don't necessarily have to have space for a yard or anything.
Because we don't really have that much.
You can actually grow vegetables in your containers. So what these are, these little guys, are carrots. They're going to be rainbow carrots. And they just started coming up. They're very tiny. So they've just started coming up.
Are these winter crops?
Yes. Actually in San Diego you can grow carrots any time of the year. So it's really cool about living in the Southern California area.
Well, not exactly here because it gets hot.
But you can grow carrots anywhere.
Oh.
Anywhere
what are those?
During the year. Here.
What are those?
This is radishes.
And what else do you have planted here?
Those are French breakfast radishes.
Have you planted anything else?
Here there's going to be Italian onions. They just haven't came up. They usually take about 14 days.
And in that one?
That one is nothing.
Yet.
Yet. I haven't decided what we're going to do with that.
So what do we have for the tomatoes for? Because as you can see, they're gone.
Yes.
So what are these?
This is our cover crop. This is crimson clover. What I'm going to do is this is an experiment. Maybe some people know and some people don't. Crimson clover and all clovers actually fix nitrogen in the soil. So they take nitrogen, they use bacteria that grows on their roots, and that bacteria sucks the nitrogen from the air and puts it in the soil. So when you grow a cover crop, that means that you don't have to use much as fertilizer. So what my experiment is here, since kale and lettuces and so on are heavy feeders as far as nitrogen goes, or somewhat heavy feeders, this should provide all the nitrogen for them. And then all I have to do is provide them with the normal stuff, like the phosphorus and the potassium.
Huh, we even have a brush growing there.
Yeah, that's the brush from what was in there.
From the previous, because we did throw a bunch of seeds that were falling off. Yeah. But so what are you planning to? How long are you going to leave the clover there?
The clover will be there. It'll grow there, and for the whole life of the plants.
Until it's gone.
Yep.
And then what are you going to plant in here?
I mean, they may. Some of them may die because they may be shaded out by the kale and the other things that are going to be here. But majority of it will survive.
So what are you planning to plant in there with a clover?
This will all be kale.
So for fall winter?
Chard. Yeah, for winter.
Swiss chard and kale?
Yeah. And then we're going to do the same thing with the peppers. We'll pull up all the peppers. They'll be when they're done for the season, and we'll plant lettuce in this one, but it will be mixed in with this.
Because we still have basil growing there, which is a Mediterranean one.
Yeah.
Something's being eating on it.
Well, cabbage loopers.
So this year our major problem has been the cabbage loopers and the mites. And so peppers are still producing, but that's going to be gone, and that's going to be lettuce. So this is...
our cucumbers are trying to put along.
That's our lavender, right?
Yeah.
That's doing great, right? Right now that it does have sun.
Yeah, it's recovering. So maybe it might even flower towards the end of the season.
What did you plant here that is growing? I see a small thing. Do you remember what it is?
Red rush. No, excuse me, that's winter kale.
Winter kale?
Winter kale, yeah.
So that's how the red Russian kale looks like. So you look, and it's growing. Okay, so other things that we have been starting seeding and germinating are part of our garden for the winter. This is Genovese basil, and this was planted on probably Saturday, right?
Yeah.
And today is Monday, so 3 days, and that's already grown a bit.
Those are going to go inside for indoor, and we're going to have an indoor herb garden.
We're going to have an indoor herb garden, and this is a Swiss chard, which has already come out, which that's really cool. We have also oregano there. It's not growing yet, but it's been 3 days. We have more chives, borage, and more chives. So, but the Swiss chard, the kale, and the Genovese basil have already sprouted, so that's really good for 3 days. So we got another rosemary. We haven't gotten rid of the previous one, did we?
No, I'm still trying to work with it.
No, we're trying to save it, but we got another one anyways because I love it, and we do eat a lot of it because I really like it. And husband does a very delicious rosemary and potato dish, or potatoes and rosemary dish. So, yay for rosemary. This herb has lasted since last year in winter. This is a winter
Not an
crop.
herb, though.
What is it?
That is a chard.
Well, Swiss chard?
Yep.
The Swiss chard has lasted since winter last year. So that's a really persistent plant. I guess maybe because it's close to the
It's been through a
water.
lot.
Yes, it's been through a lot, but it survived. So I would say it's a pretty resistant and hardy green, no?
Yep.
So that's a Swiss chard. This is a new addition. This is a sage.
Common sage, yep.
The normal.
They call it common sage.
We were looking. Were we looking for a different one? No, right?
No.
The Greek was basil, but
We're
we're
looking for
looking.
the oregano, Greek oregano.
Oh, Greek oregano, please. So we were looking for the Greek oregano,
Hopefully we'll get that.
but we got this sage. Very nice. Really rough texture, but it's a very nice plant. It looks nice. And then we got lemon bowl
Another lemon bulb.
because the previous one was gone.
Oh,
But it did.
coming back strong.
Really?
See, right there.
Oh yeah,
It's growing back.
there. But it's got a little burned, right?
Yeah, I guess maybe it got burned in the sun.
Yeah, just look at that side.
The previous person. Because it was, when I bought it, it was like that.
Oh, okay. So it came like that, but we're
Yeah.
saving it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then we have the chives, of course.
These are the chives because supposedly they help confuse the butterflies, right?
Yeah, the cabbage looper, which we'll be planting also with
There's more over here.
the basil. And we'll be planting onions in there too.
So the mint is trying to come back too.
Yep.
And the parsley.
It's slowly coming back. It was a little hot, so it's going to slow down, but once it gets cold, it'll start speeding up again when it's cooler.
And this is the Greek basil, which grew really tall. Well, taller than it was. And we got a cucumber! One, but we got it! So, hopefully...
Looks like we have a couple more. One there. You see them? There's
No.
one on top that's going to flower.
Oh,
And then there's one on the bottom.
okay, so we have some...
So we may
Right
get
there.
maybe 2 or 3 cucumbers, maybe more. It's really trying to grow, so.
So this year we weren't that successful with cucumbers, but we tried. I mean,
Yeah.
we tried.
Next year we'll do better.
And now that we know that the mites get to it, we'll just be careful. Little stars. And something that got attacked after the sunflowers are gone was my blackberry. Thank you, cabbage loopers. Never change.
Yeah, this year we have had a really big problem with them.
So, yeah. So I guess during the winter we're gonna be thankful that there's not gonna be any.
The only one thing we'll be fighting will be snails and slugs.
So snails and slugs might be the deal in winter, but hopefully not that much because since the horizon is kind of clear, you can kind of catch them quickly. And the peppers are doing great. As you can see, the Italian pepper has grown quite a bit. It's actually 5'4" because it's as tall as me, sorta, or a little bit more. I don't want to say that this grew taller than I did, but here are the peppers. So that's great. So what would you say that during this season was the most successful plant we had?
Tomatoes.
The tomatoes?
Yeah.
And which one of them all? Ace 55 and the black cream,
55
right?
and the black cream. Next year, that's what we're going through.
Yeah. And probably, are we growing any cherry tomatoes?
We have one. We just planted one for winter.
Which one?
A husky cherry. Did we do a video?
No, but we're gonna do it. Sorry about the screaming kid. So as you can see, the garden has changed quite a bit by now, which is August 19th, because it's the end of the season. So many of the plants are gone. Some are growing like that. That's so cool. The lime tree, finally, after 2 years. The roses are still blooming. This is a cloud rose, which is really cool. I like it. Banana. This is a dwarf banana tree. Thank you for watching.